What's up, comic book fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, the co-host of the Emerald Echo podcast. Here with a look at the Marvel Comics Generation 1, 1984, issue number 1 of the Transformers. I had a copy of this as a kid, and I know that I wore it out. I read it so many times. And for the last few years, I have wanted to pick up a new copy, and I finally found one in really good condition at a reasonable price. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details now. So I'm going to very gently slip this out. And at the end of the video, I'm certainly going to upgrade the bag and the board. These seem to have seen better days. So I'm going to take great care here to make sure that the tape doesn't catch on the cover. And here we go, the moment of truth. I'm going to slip it right out. There we go, no problems. And here we have Transformers number 1. I was so excited to buy this back in the day. I think I paid $6 for my first copy. Now, obviously, I paid a little bit more than that for this, but I still think I got a good deal. I was promised a first print, so the first thing I did was I opened this up and looked at the first page. If it's a second or third print, it says so here on the bottom of the page, but this is indeed an authentic first print. A myriad of Transformers make their first appearances in this comic, including Megatron and Optimus Prime. Perhaps the most intriguing panel in this comic is where we get to see what Optimus Prime looked like in his pre-Earth incarnation. It says here that back on Cybertron, he was a combat vehicle. So after the Transformers crash land on Earth, we see that the Ark sends out a probe, and the probe scans Earth machinery, which of course turns out to be cars and planes, and that's how we see the Decepticons and the Autobots come to look like the Earth machines that we know. And here we see them laid out and waiting for repair. So this is what a lot of comics looked like when I was a kid. You would just get these walls of exposition and dialogue. There was no such thing as reading a comic quickly back then. Here's a look at Buster Witwicky, who is, of course, a very prominent human character in this comic. The comic ends with Bumblebee being injured and in the possession of Buster and his dad, Sparkplug. So you can see the influence that this comic had on both the Generation 1 animated series as well as the Michael Bay movies. So now I'm going to take a look at condition details. And this book is in even better shape than I thought it would be. Of course, this is the direct edition with Spider-Man on the cover. There's a little bit of rounding off at the left bottom corner there, but the spine is actually in really good shape. There's a couple of tiny spinal ticks, but they're very difficult to see. The cover is still smooth and glossy, so I certainly am happy about that. There's just a tad bit of wear there on the top left corner. So here's a close-up of Optimus, and I remember as a kid looking at this and thinking that Optimus looked like a villain. Now, I knew he wasn't, but just the way that he comes off here is like very aggressive and powerful. I thought that he looked like a villain. So I still really love the cover. And on the back here, there's a little bit of a print spot. Yeah, that's a print spot. That's not ink. And I remember these type of advertisements when I was a kid. There's definitely some roughness here with the very top of the back cover. So that would probably keep this from getting a really high grade. But overall, I really can't complain. This book is really in great shape. As I said, better than I thought that it would be. So I'm very happy with this purchase. I hope you have enjoyed this review of Transformers #1. If so, please like and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out my review of the Hasbro Optimus Prime Masterpiece figure. And my collector goal for 2023 is to complete the original 80-issue Marvel Transformers comic, as well as some of the spin-offs like G.I. Joe and the Transformers, as well as Headmasters. And I will be reviewing all of those here on my YouTube channel. I hope you can join me. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.